Let's turn to business news now with Jonathan Mitchell, who's beaming in from Wellington, where last night, Jonathan, you promised us manufacturing figures. So I'm just going to sit here and, as you stand, and deliver.
Oh, well, this is the final piece of the puzzle, John, for the first quarter of the year. This is the manufacturing volumes, as you say, for the 3 months to March. A slight fall if you look at the overall number compared with late last year, really dragged down by the primary sector, meat and dairy production volumes, offsetting a lift in petroleum, coal and chemicals production. But if you strip those primary sector numbers out of the equation and look at the core number, that actually rose 1.7%. 7 core sectors actually rose in the first few months of the year, but as we've been talking about, the economy looks to have just started 2017 on a slightly softer note. That was reflected when I was talking about those building volumes that came out yesterday, which were lower, dragged down by the commercial sector. That's only expected to be temporary though, but the official data, official numbers on first quarter economic growth come out next week, likely to show a growth rate of between 0.5 and 1%. As I say, those numbers come out next week, but that's the consensus forecasts at the moment.
Thanks, Jonathan. So that's the first quarter picture. What does this mean in terms of jobs? And there's some figures around this, right, particularly in terms of job advertisements.
This is the ANZ Bank's monthly job ads index. It's had a fairly strong showing lately. The last few months really strong right around the country, especially in a number of sectors. It did fall back a touch in the month of May, but the key fundamentals are still there. There's solid demand right around the country for workers. A number of sectors such as construction, manufacturing, services and tourism looking for new workers. They are highlighting though the difficulty in finding skilled workers, and wage pressures are probably going to be a key feature of this year. Wage growth, that's likely to happen over the next few months. That often lags the unemployment rate, which has fallen recently to below 5%, and that's expected to stay below 5% as well.
What happened to the markets today, Jonathan?
The top 50 index fell 27 points, finishes at 7,468. And the dollar, just looking a bit weaker this evening, 71.7 US cents and 95.1 Australian.
Our business reporter Jonathan Mitchell from Wellington. Thank you very much indeed.